Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on scaling up our economy to be able to fight the Istran Slayers. Honestly, once we fight them, we're going to take over, like, everything that they have. And, it's gonna be pretty over. I do see that they're building their own hyper relays at this point, so that is good to know. But, once we win the war against them, it's going to be... That's gonna be a huge power spike for us. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. So we're going to continue on forward here at, not slow speed, fast speed. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to need to continue to ramp up our alloy production. Now, we did nearly double it last episode, but that's not enough. We need a lot more. So our archaeological site is pending. Immediately after we completed the restoration and reactivation of the data files, a thrumming musical cadence surged throughout the ship, accompanied by the auto-tuned voices of ancient mariners. Transcription follows. Come all you young spacefarers, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of our fish from the sea. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds, blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Up come the solar winds, taking us far, all through the space lanes and out to the stars. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds, blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Translate more lyrics. Let's go. Okay, so we're definitely going to translate more of those lyrics. Always exciting. But we are also definitely really looking for climate restoration. I hope that we get that very soon here. Hopefully it'll pop up once we finish our society research here. That would be absolutely great. Secrets of life into climate restoration would be amazing. We'll see if it happens. I'm kind of a doubter,
construction complete.
But hopefully. So we finished up the Wumjium station here. We're going to be able to get our hangar bays here very shortly. And we're probably going to want to target uplink computer here. I mean, there's not really... Let's see, we've got the communications jammer and the disruption field generator. We'll hold off on building anything else there, but that's likely what we're going to end up doing.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Excellent. So there's our seeds of our secrets of life, rather. Climate restoration? Nope. Sad. We can grab colonial bureaucracy or even heritage sites. That's largely a reroll there. That's going to be a very, very quick one. And we're going to prioritize the quick ones until we get climate restoration online. So the BOS Danube needs to go build a hyper relay. That's for sure. And Gilprim Prime is set up as a Forge World. So that's actually completely okay. I will formalize that. And we're going to put in an industrial district here, I think. Actually, I'm going to do an alloy foundry first. There we go. We'll get that online. And this factory world here, this one is focused on consumer goods production. So we will definitely build an industrial district here. We are negative in our consumer goods, so we'll get that switched on around. Excellent. How are things going in Kadraka? We are going to be done there soon. We're going to head to Lawum next. We'll go ahead and queue that. And after we're done in Halilji, let's go ahead and head to Athos as soon as we can. Beautiful. So there's our carrier operations done. Mineral purification hubs, sure. Durasteel armor would be really good. Let's go ahead and grab that. That'll be fine. And I would like to get Breslin upgrading eventually. Actually, it is upgrading. Never mind. So we can definitely get our hangar bays in here. That's excellent. And we will certainly do so. We'll get those hangar bays online. We are going to require additional alloys. So let's give that a month tick here. There we go. And we'll get these in Arcturus as well. One more month tick. Cool. There we go. And down over here in Breslin, we may as well queue up this hangar bay. We're going to need a little bit. But that'll do for now. So that is all looking good. As far as our income goes here for energy credits, that's looking good as well. I'm going to sell off some minerals. And I would like to buy in additional alloys. Yes, the price is really high because we've been buying a lot of alloys. But we'll keep going. Okay. As we explored the ship, further attempts to power it up and recover its data files unlocked more stanzas of the ancient space shanty. The ship's holographic display vibrantly projected images of sailors and spacefarers singing and dancing in accompaniment. Up comes the great dragon in search of our home, through space to a place that's beneath waves and foam. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows and we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds, blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Up comes the Tiyanki, the king of deep space, racing our ships in a hyperspace chase. Chorus repeats. Up comes Leviathan, tentacles grasp, choking our ship, and we shiver and gasp. Chorus repeats. That is a very, very rapid chorus. Not much of a verse at all. Okay, well, we'll translate more lyrics. And we'll tick on forward. This tech world requires a job, and of course, we're going to put in a research lab. There was no way we weren't. So that'll be fine. Our fleets are languishing a little bit right now. There's no doubt about that. We're having a bit of a hard time keeping up with our consumer goods.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Heritage site is now done. And do we have climate restoration? No, we do not. So next up, we're going to grab Hyper Entertainment Forums. That is another reroll. So we'll get that rolled up, and hopefully we'll get climate restoration. We're fairly desperate for that, but Gilprim Secundus is now online. Ooh, moat harvesting traps are available here. We'll have to get those later, but for now we're going to do our standard Gene Clinic and City District. There we go. That +1 building slot really helping us out as well. Oh, the Shroud. Did I accidentally click on them? I did. They're not contacting us. I'm contacting them accidentally. Fantastic. We're going to head over to Japris. There we go. And in Lawum, we're going to head to Beldirk as soon as we can. We'll get that queued up. Cool. We're making good progress on getting all this done. The Istran Slayers are a big concern. This factory world still requires jobs. It's this Uthabulin that is refusing to actually do any work. At least to work in the factories. They're refusing to be an enforcer, to be a priest, to be a researcher, and to be an artisan. Interesting. So I'm not going to do anything here. We'll let them migrate. And that'll be fine for now. The Soul Station, we would love to upgrade. We don't have the alloys at this time. I would, however, very much like to see more people working in Kolbath. We have a lot of artisan jobs open there, and that needs to get filled. We need to get more consumer goods. No doubt about that.
Log updated.
Several merchants passing in the vicinity of Andrusa 5 have independently of each other reported anomalous readings coming from the direction of the planet. After studying these readings, experts on Earth believe they may be indicative of ancient precursor activity. We should investigate this. Where is it? Okay. Out over here. So we are then going to send the Ibn Battuta to do this eventually, I think. We could actually send the Ptolemy. We'll send the Ptolemy. It's going to be a little bit awkward to get there, and then we'll come back to Europe. Sure. Our spy master watching over the Istran Slayers reports the surprise successful acquisition of a new asset, a sympathetic contact who will be of service to our operations as and when we need them. All efforts have been taken to ensure that this new contact is genuine. Protocols have been established which seek to minimize the risk of potential double agents, for example. Excellent, so we have an asset there. Okay, this tech world requires a job, but once again, this is an Uthabulin that is refusing to be a researcher. Nevertheless, we'll build a city district. Cool. Show us your wares, New Mystic Order. What do you got? A skill 3 governor? Nah, we'll pass on that. So on Kolbath, we do need to fill out our industrial districts here. We could clear out this massive glacier, and I think that's okay. We could definitely do that. There are other tile blockers that I would like to clear, but we don't actually have the tech for it necessarily. So for the time being, that's fine. I'm getting very concerned about our consumer goods, and we don't have an engineering scientist. We'll go for Irina Fedorova here. The Istran Slayers killed a Leviathan. Well, they do have the strength to do so. So it's not hugely surprising. How strong are our stations? 13.5k? Yeah, that needs some additional work. Our archaeologists have unearthed a stash of potent potables. Were the sailors consuming these foul fluids? We will not ingest these strange liquids. Our exploration of the ship is already sufficiently intoxicating. Up come the lithoids, all hewn from their stone. These boulders are bolder when they're not alone. Chorus. Up come the necroids, all fearsome and great. You can't kill them, mateys, they'll reanimate. Chorus. Up come swarms of robots, get ready to run. Fight 1, 10, a dozen, 1101. And the chorus. We want more lyrics. Excellent. Okay, so that's all great, and we're going to continue these constructions.
Achieved.
I'm very concerned about the status of our consumer goods right now. Very, very concerned about that. Looking through all of this, interstellar fleet traditions is what we go for. We're going to need to buy in consumer goods, and we'll do that. That will stave off running out of consumer goods for a while. We did just lose a scientist. What were they in charge of? They're apparently at Earth? Maybe they weren't in charge of anything. Interesting. We'll let the sun swallow this ship. It'll be fine. On Europe, we do require a city district. We need housing and a job for workers. So we'll build a city district there. That will solve that problem. And we're up to 79 alloys right now. I would definitely like to see that number get a little bit higher. We'll queue up a torpedo battery and a hangar bay here. And I guess we'll build target uplink computers.
Rocket cleared.
They're not super likely to help us, but they don't really hurt. And if we happen to defend it, then great. So we'll get that going. Kolbath now has a job that there's no valid auto-migration destination for. So on Elthir, presumably that's because we no longer have any generators available here. Let's put in a civilian industry here, but they're not going to be able to migrate there. On Kolbath, we could theoretically put in like an agriculture district. I don't love it, and we'll want to get rid of it later, most likely, but we could do that for now. On Sirius Prime, we definitely need a city district. We'll get that underway. And on Gilprim Prime, this is a forge world, but we're still going to put in a civilian industry. Okay. Our exploration has revealed a glance of ancient history, displaying the zeal and courage of ancient explorers. Clearly, the captain used this space shanty to motivate and coordinate the crew. Perhaps they even sang along. Our archaeologists are suggesting this performance should be preserved in a museum installation. As for the ancient melody, we've transcribed all the lyrics we could find and added them to our databanks. Our own sailors now have a habit of singing versions of their own space shanties, which should improve their morale and efficiency. We rose from the ocean and reached for the sky. We're building an empire that will never die. And it's windy weather, boys. Stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds, blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. It's time to untether from this ancient vessel, casting off the hawser as we set sail on solar winds, steady as she goes. Memorize the lyrics and set the next course. 10% sublight speed. Nice. That's really good, actually. Cool. So we are building our hyper relays out here, and we're definitely going to queue one up in Damia. There we go. And we have a tradition available. Specialist pop resource output. 100%. So we grab that. That will boost our output of both consumer goods and alloy. And there we go. That's a market improvement there. I like it. Particularly with the consumer goods, but the alloys are a slight improvement as well. So that's great. And our network here is going to be done soon-ish. That is our primary alloy expenditure at this time. So we're going to be done over here pretty soon. We'll queue up the hyper relay in Breslin for the time being. That'll be fine. The National Preparedness Forum, huh? Well, they're going to like us, I think. We're working on it. We're working on it. So we have a lot of construction underway here. No doubt about that. I would like to get the Sol Station upgraded soon-ish, but now isn't exactly the time. The Scanurian Commonwealth is no longer a valid rival for us, because they have eclipsed us. Okay, got it. That is because we are building a solid foundation rather than blitzing towards immediate goals. The Arassian artifact has been recovered. Fantastic. A thorough investigation of Andrusa 5 has unearthed evidence of a past Arassian presence. An away team from the BOS Ptolemy has managed to bring a relatively well-preserved artifact back to the ship, which should hopefully increase our knowledge of this ancient civilization. Cool. So there's +1 Arassian artifacts. And now we have our Durasteel armor as well. City district housing? Flak cannons? Synthetic crystal plants? Probably synthetic crystal plants for right now. That'll be fine. Our mining world here requires a planetary capital upgrade, which we will definitely get underway. That'll be fine. We're almost done with this lane of hyper relays. So that is absolutely great. We're going to continue to push up into Screeching Abyss as soon as we're done in Damia. And that'll be fine. So we're still growing our colonies down over here. There's still a lot of work being done on that. We did finish up our interstellar fleet traditions. Planetary resurfacing. I mean, we'll grab dangerous wildlife removal right now. It's mostly as a reroll, but it will be nice to have. So that'll be okay. Hey, positive in consumer goods all of a sudden. I like it. On Gilprim Prime, we are currently lacking a job. This is a forge world, so we will put in an industrial district for the Good. We definitely need to increase our alloy production. Physics research from researchers has finished, and that's really, really good. For now, we'll grab improved reactor boosters, get that out of the way. Will always be handy to have that around. We do need to increase our naval cap. That is one of our primary issues right now. But we can definitely work our way towards that as we grab our next Ascension perk, which will be probably Galactic Force Projection. Almost certainly Galactic Force Projection. So that'll be fine. We're capped on our minerals. We'll sell off a good chunk of those. And I would like to buy in additional alloys. We're keeping that price high. And it is what it is. It's not great, but it's acceptable for now. Okay. So we're going to be done with our construction ships reasonably soon. Although I did want to check, have we run the surveyor recently? No, we have not. Let's go ahead and do so. So that added 5 engineering research up over here. We'll grab that eventually. Eventually. Right now is not the time for that. So we're currently heading into the Breslin system. Sounds good. And finishing up our hyper relay in Damia. So we're going to head to Echochromia next, after we're done in Breslin, of course. And then make our way up this way and connect in at Iostars. Then head up to Andrusa, and we'll see where we need to go from there.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
The Adnoran systems have vanquished their own ancient threat. It is possible that we'd be able to vanquish one of our own at this point. We've got this guy right here, the Automated Dreadnought. But I don't want to pull the trigger on that just yet. We don't really need more minerals from miners right now. I guess we'll grab the mineral purification hubs. That also doesn't help us, but sure. Low gravity mega refiners would also be interesting. Okay, what do we got here? Not a whole lot, to be honest. We'll grab Clone Army because it's rare, but... So Alpha Centauri Prime, I would definitely like to clear out this dangerous wildlife. Same on Advatir Prime. We'll get that underway. And that was our improved reactor booster. Positronic AI. Yes, please. Beautiful. So that's underway, and we're going to head into Iostars next. Cool. The ruins seem to be centuries, if not millennia, old. At first, it seems to be only a large open-air dome, but as we're excavating the outermost parts, we quickly find ourselves in what appears to be the derelict slums of a city. As a large gate blocks our progress deeper into the city, our scientists speculate that it is split into a hierarchy, each layer holding one class of the people of the city. It does not take long before one of our scientists finds alien remains in subterranean ruins under the broken concrete floor. After the first corpse is found, however, we start finding remains all over the slums, be it in the streets, in what would have been their homes, or hanging from the most remote parts of the ceiling. It's unclear what killed them, but it is a grisly sight. What do the other layers have in store for us? This forge world, of course, needs a job, and we'll put in an industrial district here, although these are...
Construction complete.
Are these guys refusing to work this type of job too? They have full citizenship. Okay. We can't... Oh, they have insufficient mental capacity to colonize new planets on their own. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. So presumably what that ends up meaning is that they lack the capacity to work as artisans or metal. Which means they need to be migrated over to planets where we can use them in the worker strata. So that's fine. That'll be okay. We can make use of them in that capacity. And hopefully we can get them smart enough to work as specialists later. That would be nice. For the moment, of course, we're going to be getting Iostars done very soon here, and Breslin is going to be done soon as well. So we're just going to continue making our way up over this way, connecting in our hyperspace lanes, and this is looking good. We're going to be done with our major alloy expenditures fairly soon. We don't have that many left. So that's perfect. We're going to head up over this direction for now. We're looking to connect into Sol. We did lose another scientist there. So I'm just going to queue up over this direction. And we don't have enough into Alpha Centauri just yet, but that's fine. And then, of course, we need, like, 2 additional over here. That's really not too bad. On Kolbath, we've got the Uthabulans, who are capable of migrating somewhere else, and we'll definitely let them do so. I do think that at this point, well, we're actually doing okay economically. We definitely need more alloy production. No doubt about that. Gilprim Secundus here is currently designated as a colony. We're going to put in an alloy foundry here. We absolutely need more military production, and that's going to be a very, very big deal. So we're making our way on over here into Echochromia. That's looking good. And Kolbath we're waiting for a migration for, so that'll be fine.
Locket cleared.
Excellent. So in Alpha Centauri, we are still lacking in the rare crystals. I'm not shocked about that one. I'm going to buy in a couple hundred rare crystals just to take the edge off of the weight. And then we can queue up directly into Sol once we have the alloys. Here in another 2 months. So that'll be fine. And that will keep this construction ship busy for quite a while. We're full on minerals. We'll sell off a bunch of them. The price of minerals is remaining quite low, which is to be expected. So on this month tick, we will be able to queue up this last hyper relay here. I don't think that queued up. There we go. Perfect. And then we know that we need 1, 2, 3, 4 additional beyond these 2. So 6 additional overall. That's not too bad. We're getting really close on that front. So at this point, plasma thrusters or standardized cruiser patterns. We'll go for the cruiser patterns. Clone Army is going to be done next month.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Fantastic. Subdermal stimulation, resort worlds. We'll grab deep crust engineering. It's not what we want, which is climate restoration. We're hoping to get that soon. In both of these cases, these guys are needing to migrate to a worker world. So we'll let that happen, or we could forcibly relocate them, I suppose. So we could move this guy over to, say, Elthier Prime. Habitability isn't amazing, but there we go. Problem solved. Now Elthier Prime can get a planetary capital, and on Grumium Prime, we would want to ship this over to, say, Advatier Prime, perhaps? It's very low habitability. So that's probably not the best option. What if we did go for Elthier Prime? We don't have that many heavy focused worker worlds right now. Yeah, we don't. That's also very low habitability. But we'll do it. What could possibly go wrong here? Okay. Wait, they will operate as clerks? I suppose a clerk is a worker strata. Interesting. Well, we'll let that happen for now. We definitely need to get more worlds online. That's very clear to me. But we'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. So we have this all the way up to Sol now. We'll get this to Ionides. Ah, the Istrin declared war on the Galactic Uvzant Autocracy. I'm not sure where this is. Up over here. Well, that'll keep them busy for a while. That's good. That'll keep them busy and weaken their military forces. So we're completely okay with this. It will give us time to build up and attack them ourselves, which is absolutely the plan. 100%, that is the plan. So that'll be great. We'll queue up in Ionides and then later in Elthier, but for now this will do fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are definitely going to finish up our hyper relay lanes, and we are really going to start investing heavily into our military at that point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel— that's the wrong button— a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Unisoul, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.